Hi, everybody. It's Joy and Steve, and we are back for our weekly update. And last week, we kind of gave a little teaser about what's going on at the Fort Jacques campus. But today, we're going to circle back a little bit and give an update on the kids and what we're doing before we make our announcement of what's going on there. So let's start there, Steve.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Joy. Good to see all of you guys. Glad you're tuning in again today. I'm pretty excited because I feel better than I had for quite a while regarding our connection with the kids. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this, Joy. I think you know this, but I want to make you aware as well that our connection with the kids, with the current status we're in, the current environment, circumstances, Haiti is seems like it's blowing up more the last 2 to 3 weeks again. So I'm cautious on details, how we're working with all the kids, but I'm excited because we are now definitely working through an alternate path of making sure the kids' needs are met. And along with that, it looks like we're going to be able to get some reports back, maybe some pictures. Don't have much of that yet, but I'm really excited to be able to hopefully get some of that as well. Share with all of you as listeners, those of you that are sponsors and supporters. So that excites me. That I really do feel good about. All of the sort of the negative interaction we've had through Overture and in connection with IBSR as we continue to wade through that and bring solutions to that, the kids' needs don't have to wait till that's done and completed.
And it's taken a while to find an alternative solution, and that ball is rolling. GLA is funding those kids. So we're definitely excited about how it's unfolded and transpired that we can get back to what we set out to do.
Yeah, for sure. And I think as we noted last week, and as you noted in just starting this off, that next week we're going to try to bring all of you as listeners and people that are part of GLA into what we're doing in Fort Jacques. Really exciting stuff. I feel like God is opening doors that we can impact kids and people. But I think it's so important that we obviously as GLA, but that all of us as the world of GLA, we don't want to neglect the responsibility with the kids and all the other ventures, all the other things we do. It can't take us away from continuing finding ways to make sure those needs are met, and that's what we're committed to. And this avenue of working through alternate avenues to make sure their needs are met gives us that clarity that it can happen and will happen.
You know, and I don't want to give the impression either that this is the final solution. I mean, Haiti is very difficult to maneuver and ministry in, and we have to be flexible to say if there's a better way or a more efficient way, we're open to that.
Mhm.
It, gangs are not looking out for GLA and our kids and families.
Right, right.
You know,
Well, and in addition to that, Joy, they keep putting obstructions wherever it can. Not necessarily, by all means, they're not targeting GOA, but in anything they can of probably a lot of people know this already. It's public news, but as of a couple of weeks ago, they just went into a smaller town and opened up prisons. The gangs did. Just why would you do that? Just to let more criminals on the street, just to create chaos. So whatever organization or good things they can create chaos in, they do. And so I think for that reason, we want to continue to be cautious while at the same time doing the work, as you noted earlier, that we're set out to do and committed to do.
which kind of transitions me into we're not going to give away the secrets yet, but I do want to say we've had such a great meeting today. I mean, this week, not today, earlier in the week, with a new partnership or connection that we have formed that has to do with our Fort Jacques campus. And I have to say, only God can make this circle happen. So we're really excited to launch our next campaign. And we're not going to say anything today, but we definitely saw how God moves and works,
Mm-hmm.
not in the short term, but in the long term.
Yeah, I totally concur. I think God's direction is clear if we're open to it, and No, Joey, you're too good with the teasers, but we'll let it at the teaser. It's okay. But yeah, for all the listeners and those zoning in, I think you're going to be excited with us as we develop this way to impact people in Fort Jacques.
Yeah. So come, stay tuned for next week because that's going to be our launch. And get involved in the journey that God has brought to literally the campus,
Mm.
and be a part of it. I invite you to be a part of it because um, the the connection and the way it unfolded is just undoubtedly God's hand.
Yeah, absolutely. I would 100% agree for all of you, joining with us, do this journey with us. Over the past number of months, we've been, working with the NICU situation. That's still hopefully as we develop more in the future, but all this stuff coming together um, for us to walk through doors that God opens is what we do, right? That's what we do in faith. And this was definitely a door that God opened.
So thanks so much for joining us. That's the update on our kids. Stay tuned next week because we're obviously excited about how God is moving. And we will see you next time.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joy. Good to
Take
see
care.
you.
Bye bye.